Sega! oh gosh. Almost died there.
Hey Madhog, you seem to be reenacting the way of Sega.
No, I actually was choking for real.
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought that was part of your joke. I thought this was part of your joke.
It was not supposed to be a joke, but I made it one because I am a professional jokester.
Headshot cam. How sound.
Anyway, we are playing, more like reacting on pre-recorded footage of Valkiria Chronicles.
A game that was first released on the PlayStation 3 back in the day, and then released on Steam at some point, years later, and now it's on the PS4.
What you're seeing is the remastered version, which was, to be fair, recorded using the PlayStation 4 share option. So it doesn't record at 1080p, but there you go. And oh boy, this music does not fit the horror of war in the slightest.
Nope, it just sounds like a big adventure, doesn't it?
It sounds like something you would hear from a Square Enix game. By the way, this game is a strategy RPG. Much in the vein of XCOM, so to speak. But with a bigger emphasis on action rather than strategy.
You have a piece of dirt on your shirt there, Wilkin. Let me get that for you.
Yes, the completely naturally developing romance of the game. Welcome to the Chronicles of Beethoven writing the Valkyrie's Ride.
On the Gallian front is what the book's called.
Yes. Yes, this whole story is narrated in the form of a book that's been read by the author of the book.
The author of the book being one of the characters you meet in the game, actually.
Also, yes, I know. And she does not sound at all like she sounds as the voice narrator.
Well, yeah, true, but
she's more southern there, in that sense. So anyway, this is allegoric World War II, and by allegoric I mean they just changed a couple of names, and now the Nazis are called Imperials. But they're basically Nazis.
Yeah, pretty much.
The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
It's not really subtle in that regard, is it?
No, it's pretty obvious. I don't appreciate the game trying to make me sympathize with a couple of those Nazi characters, because I know they're supposed to be Nazis. You know, if you want to tell me a story about war being this complex web of intertwining human emotions, World War II is not the right war to do so, if you ask me.
Well, no, it's not, but...
Okay, so the Empire has invaded Gallia. All of Gallia is occupied. Well, except for that one small village that still resists.
Yeah, because that is how it all works, right?
I mean, it's not France, geographically speaking. It seems like, you know, the Netherlands. But
Yeah.
why does it call it Gallia? It's like you're inviting my Asterix jokes into this.
March 1935.
The town of Brule.
Ah, yes, the town of Brule, which is the sound I make when I was choking on the Sega logo. You're going to die. You're going to die.
You're going
You're
to
also
live.
going to die.
You're going to live, though, surprisingly enough. Even
You're
though
dying.
Even though you're a pacifist.
Right then. Hey, wait a minute. You don't look anything like Asterix.
He doesn't drink like Asterix either.
He does not have a manly moustache like Asterix.
Or a nice, spiffy helmet.
He's a lot taller.
Yeah. And doesn't have goofy feet.
A lot more anime-like. I guess that's what happens when you know, get Japan to do an adaptation of Asterix. Oh, with those two guys, like, we don't care much for people talking to fish.
Well, like people from Alabama we are, in that beachside campaign.
This is all taking place in old Alabama town in Europe.
Freeze! Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
Don't you know that throwing fish without their consent is highly illegal? Hello, Rule 63 Human Clonoa.
I thought you were going to say Obelix for a moment.
Again, they might be taking some liberties with adapting the works of Goscinny and Uderzo, if I'm pronouncing those names right, that is.
Imperial spies are in the area.
Oh really? Spies in the area. And great
Yes, you know-
answer there.
Yes, you don't sound suspicious in the slightest.
Oh, I know.
Oh, she knows. You know.
Everyone
I know.
knows.
Everybody knows. Bro does not take kindly in fish lovers.
Can I just say that the anime version was much worse when it came to Welkin's characterization?
I mean, characterization, really, I wouldn't put it as generously, to be honest. The characterization in this game is pretty basic.
Again, simplicity has its own charms, I believe, in this game.
There is such a thing as simplicity and also such a thing as war is bad, you guys. Did you know that war is bad?
I kind of tuned that part out just because...
War kill people!
Just because it seemed like, okay, you're doing this bit. Okay, can we get past this bit so we can see the more interesting characters and such in it?
Yes, like, you know, like the titular Valkiria, for example. Oh, hey there, little sister character, you're going to die.
Yeah.
You're also going to die. You two are probably going to die.
Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter.
This is the best part of the game that the anime screwed up.
My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult.
You know, the first act of this game, which is the one we are currently commenting on, is the only time that Isara, as in pure innocent little sister character, shows off any ounce of personality, to be honest.
Well, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Talking to fish.
Passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged.
Hey, thanks Exposition for dropping his...
He confessed! Arrest him! I am somewhat amused by this brother-sister dynamic.
Keep your heads down.
Oh no! Two completely random spies?
Imperial soldiers?
Oh look, they died!
At least you're shocked.
Oh no.
War.
War never changes.
War always changes people's lives.
War has changed.
Yeah.
You are the war.
You are war. I am war. Everybody's war.
Seriously, that's the only way they can make that line even better. War is such a weak concept because people are the war.
That sounds so dumb. By the way, the screen is blackened because I was saving.
Which I guess always happens at this point. Okay, we can view the episode. Okay,
Right,
here's the plan, right in front of the people attacking us.
Alright, so the plan is we rumble our way through victory, and that's 50% of the first half of the entire game. Then it becomes a bit more complex and difficult, thankfully, but for the most part you can win the simplest missions by...
Sending the scouts.
Yes. Sending the scouts to do the rumble work, essentially.
Send in the scouts. Those Laffy Daffy scouts.
There's something I should explain.
Right, so this is when I realized that this game is nothing like XCOM. In XCOM, you would expect to take your time and micromanage and microanalyze, micro-strategize every single thing you do in order to win the day with the least amount of casualties. But the way Valkiria Chronicles, as I've experienced it, is structured is that it rewards fast, precise actions over long and calculative actions. Essentially, the least you take to complete a mission, the more points you get, the more money and the more experience points you get as well. Case in point.
Here we go. Oh wait, we have to have a tutorial. Forgot about this.
Well, this is the tutorial level.
Well,
Anyway. So of course I'm playing as Alicia, because who would want to play as Welking, am I right? Okay,
well,
so...
not until he gets a spiffy tank.
Yes, that's a spoiler, by the way.
It's quite an old game, so I don't think it's much of a spoiler anymore.
I know, but I wanted it to be a surprise for whomever did not play this game before. But anyway.
Here's the reticle that you're shooting him,
Okay,
this guy
so
with.
immediately I realize, wait a minute, can I do headshots?
Yes.
Should I get closer? It seems risky. I'm going to try. Hello, good sir. May I interest you in a fine amount of lead to your head?
Lead head.
Well, I heard about metal heads, but this is ridiculous. Alright then.
And
She's happy to have killed somebody.
she's proud of that shot.
Yeah, look at me. Yeah, I'm the tallest of mountain, I'm the highest of scouts, and something that rhymes with that.
And you didn't get a chance to use cover.
Yes, well, it's the tutorial level. Besides, I've already seen some samples of gameplay footage from the early stages of the game before deciding to buy it. So I kind of already am aware of what's the best strategy in the early goings,
Yeah.
so to speak. Also, you don't get experience by killing soldiers, you get experience, again, by completing missions in the fastest time possible.
Yeah, but
And the way you use your experience points, you do not level up individual units. Thank Christ!
well, yeah, that would
This
be quite crazy if they did
Yes.
that.
This would be this Gaia otherwise, but no, refreshingly you level up the ranks, specific classes. So all scouts level up together, and all shock troopers level up together, and so on and so forth. Personally, my two favorite classes have to be the engineers and the scouts.
That's because they move the farthest, right?
Yes, well, also the engineers can disable mines, and they also, you know, repair the tanks. So there's that.
Yeah, which is very, very useful, thankfully.
Also, I managed to get, very early in the game, the most powerful rifle in the entire game by being stuck in that awful professional scout solo mission. And I equipped one of my scouts with it, and that scout became a killing machine.
Miss Melchiot, there's no other sign of the enemy.
There's no sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
By the way, now she's so sad and somber to have killed people, even though she was all like, "Huh, take that!" a moment ago.
So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes.
Protect the people of the town.
I'll do it.
So why doesn't she become the lieutenant and commander of her squad?
Because the plot says so.
Because a generic main character guy has to be the lieutenant.
Shows up with a tank, he's a family member to a decorated hero or something.
Oh yes, nepotism.
Yeah, which totally helps in war effort, guys.
I forgot about that. It's a good thing he's actually good at what he does.
Well, yeah, it's thankfully, it's smart.
New life. On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935.
All of Gallia is occupied. Wait, no, not all of it.
Just...
There's still a small village who's resisting. It's not Brawl, though. Brawl gets conquered.
Continental assault. What followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story.
I'm gonna tell you this, Madhog. Just be glad you never played the sequel to this.
I don't think I intend to.
Good, because, good lord, they changed it to basically, like... every high school, story anime you've ever seen.
Hey, Devar.
What?
Do you think love can bloom on a battlefield?
Yes.
You're wrong. You're all wrong. That's not how it works.
But there was that one time on Christmas when the Germans and the English played football together.
Okay, I was talking about romantic love, unless all of the Germans and all of the British fell in love with each other for one hot night of passion. That's a fanfiction waiting to be written.
No, I don't want that.
Somebody has to.
Oh no, what have I done?